Yo, what up, though? I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson. I'm here with the Nasty Boys, Big Ed and Ways, and this is the off season. Oh yeah, baby, we bringing it to y'all. We talk about sports. We talk about stuff that ain't sports. All I know is not football season. So we talking about shit that's happening now. Well, it's not football season. So this is the off season. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. It's the What Up Though Show Network channel. You can see all our shows. Like the show, hit the like button, and hit the subscribe button. Subscribe. Yo. Big Ed Waves, what's happening, man? How y'all feeling, man? Y'all good?
Hey, feeling good.
Feeling pretty dang good.
I had to cut that intro real short that time. I did it. Y'all don't understand. I did a nice long intro. I was fucking up, and I was all confident. I was like, "Oh, let's go, all good." And then I played the wrong damn music. Yeah, I came out with, and here's the thing. I came out like this. Hey, I was like, "What the fuck? That's just a roll song. I should have let it roll though." Does anybody that know what's up know that this is some old school shit, baby? Yeah. Yeah, we gonna try to stay on. We gonna try to stay on with YouTube. Okay? No F bombs, Big Ed. Any F ways? If Big Ed drop any F bombs, we gotta edit them out.
Yeah, I already got two on you so far on this episode. So,
Got two on me.
yeah.
What'd I say?
Wow.
I said some F
Why
bombs.
he's warning me?
I ain't said no F bombs.
Twice.
I said the F word.
Yeah.
I did not.
You won't hear it.
Yeah.
You won't hear it on the playback on YouTube. That's a guarantee.
I did not say it. I didn't say the F word.
I had this long effing intro.
That's not what I said.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I'll have Wade send you the clip.
Because of me. I didn't do it. By the way,
Wade, you gotta send
I
me
got
the
a
clip.
glass of wine, y'all.
I got a beer, y'all.
I got some coffee, y'all.
Oh, Waze is
Wait, no. No, it
I don't
does
know if y'all
not.
know that or not.
Yeah, dude.
His coffee is like my gummies.
Yeah, right.
Don't ever have a cup of coffee at Wade's crib. So that wine is like it's a bottle that's got like a comic strip on it.
Yeah.
I like this background, but I don't like that it keep making me disappear.
Right.
Anyway, we got some stuff to talk about. Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's get this party started, right? I want this party started, right? Y'all know nothing about that. That's before your time. Y'all want this party started quickly, right? Set it off on the left, y'all. Set it off, I suggest,
right.
y'all. Set it off. Set it
Yeah.
off. Set it off. So, this past weekend, the Dynasty draft happened and the draft season began, and the 2024 fantasy season is now officially underway.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel about your draft for Dynasty? And I know one thing. I will say this. I want to hear about this because right before the draft, the day before the draft, Wade started making all of these moves, these trades, and moving up in the. Oh, what the hell is Wade doing? I started to veto him because he was pulling off. I'm trying to get do some trades. I'm trying to do some trades. I'm making some great offers, trying to get up into the top 3 because I had my eye on somebody I wanted to grab, and everybody was trying to tax me to death. Everybody's price was too high. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna have to sit tight. And I'm just gonna have to sit tight and do nothing because everybody's price is too high when it comes to me. And I'm seeing the trades make ways making for first. I'm like, I made a better offer than that for the third pick. I made a better offer than that for the fifth pick. And they nah, what you crazy? I need you to give me everybody.
Yeah.
So I just said, you know what? Then I'm just gonna sit tight, sit and hold on to my pick and figure it out from there, and let the chips fall where they may. So I was unable to make any additional trades. I did have some extra picks from trades I made in the past for future picks, but I wasn't able to move my way up into the top. I wasn't even move my way into the top 10, leave alone the top 5.
I think I was number 12.
Waves was willing and dealing.
Man, look, I ended up with that number 1 pick and the number 15 pick for Puka. And I was like, all right, I'll take it. Because the way I was looking at it, I was kind of thinking like I might have to drop Puka because I have this eerie feeling that he's gonna have the second year blues. And I don't want to be a part of that. So when that offer came through, I was like, oh yeah, I'll take it. Let me get that. I got my my backup quarterback. I went and got me my wide receiver that I think is a sleeper. So I'm ready.
You get Neighbors?
I don't know.
Who you
Keon
get?
Coleman.
I got Neighbors.
Oh, Keon Coleman. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was you. The big head got Neighbors. Okay,
Yep.
I knew one of y'all had got Neighbors.
Yeah, I went and grabbed Keon Coleman, and I knew, and that the main reason I was happy about that is because I knew second and third round I didn't have a pick, so I wasn't going to be able to pick until 4th or 5th. So if I needed another piece, this was my best offer, and it just fell in my lap.
I got you. I got you. I got you. Yeah. That was good. That was good. Big Ed, go ahead. You chimed in for a minute, but go ahead and finish it up.
Yeah, I did all right. Uh, I ended up having to let a lot of people drop a lot of people because it
Yeah.
kept saying that I was over the roster limit.
Yeah, but you can draft though. You can draft and keep them on there.
So yeah,
Eventually, you gotta trim your roster down. But that's the way it is in the NFL, man.
right,
When
right.
you're keeping the whole team and you pick some new players, somebody got to go.
So, but yeah, I got
You either got to cut the rookies or you got to cut some veterans and let the rookies take their spot.
I got Malik Neighbors in the first round, and then I got the tight end from that went to Jacksonville. Can't remember his name though.
Oh, okay. I
So,
had no idea.
Yeah.
but after that, I kind of auto drafted it because I got busy.
Yeah. I noticed that one thing that I'm going to change, and I'm going to address it right now. There was a lot of people eating up the whole 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was experimenting with making it 3 minutes to make it a little longer, give people a little more time, but you ain't got to eat up the whole 3 minutes just to be eating up the whole 3 minutes. And it made the draft way too long. It was dragging it out.
Mm-hmm.
People were dozing off. I was dozing off, and I said, you know what? What the fuck is? I mean, sorry. What the hell is the holdup?
We got to get a delay button.
No, we don't need a delay button. We tape delay, so we already got a delay button.
I'm just
Yeah.
messing with
So, yeah, what's the holdup, man? Why are we taking so long to make a pick? And it was really frustrating for a while, and so I went in and said, okay, enough of it. I mean, after I was warning Dejan for the third time, and Dejan was the only one that got. Dejan was the one that got all upset and got to complaining and all that crying and shit. And he said, "Yeah, I said it. You're supposed to be here. Since you ain't here, I would talk about you." And so anyway, he went to crying about it. And because I hit him up after the third time, I hit him up and said, "Hey man, what's taking you so long to draft? You're on the clock." And he said, I'm using my time wisely. I said, okay, well, I just cut it down to 2 minutes. So use your time wisely. Right? And he said,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, why you rushing, man? Oh, I'm about to cut it to one. If you you know what, if you start stalling on the two, I'm gonna cut it to one, which I
Mhm.
eventually did. And I'm gonna come up with another system. I'm probably gonna give people more time in the first 2 rounds, and then after the first 2 rounds, I'm gonna cut it down. Because those last 3 rounds, you don't know who you're picking more than half the time.
Yeah, those are
The first
Right.
throwaway
rounds is
rounds.
really that's all that matters. So I'll give people some leeway in the first 2 rounds again in the future, and then after 2 rounds, I'm cutting the time. Now you got six, you got a minute, you got
Right.
60 seconds because because it was just too many. Not only were there people not there, but there were people going in and out. And they while they out when they pick come, and now we got to wait for 2.5 minutes. They come back and make a pick, and then they leave again. And Deshaun talking about he was in another draft, which he probably it was probably his league, and he set it up the same time as mine. Next time, set it up a different time. Don't set it up the same time as my draft, and you ain't got to worry about how much time.
Right.
Everybody trying to be like me. I remember when the league first started, Chris was crying about the league and how my league wasn't going to last, and this is stupid, the dynasty league, and you two quarterback, that don't make no sense, blah, blah, blah. This league will be dead in 3 years. Next thing you know, he started the dynasty league, and now he moved his draft up to be the day after my draft because you that's smart you the first draft of the year, so I'm gonna try to beat you to it, and then he decided not to do that and do it the day after. So now he's doing all the stuff now he wants to, everything I'm doing with my league he want to do with his league, but he was criticizing it first. So
Right.
so yeah, there's a lot of copycat going on. So don't put your draft the same time as mine if you don't want me to punish you for taking too much time on your pick. Just make your pick.
Mm.
Next slowing down my draft so you could do some other. But no. Sorry, not sorry.
Oh,
Get that out of my system.
I feel. I forgot to say what that number one pick was that I
What's the
had.
number one pick?
Jaden Daniels.
Oh, you sure did. You sure did go with
Yep.
Jake Daniels.
While I was calculating, I was like, if I need him right away, and
And
it's super flex,
I
I
sat there on the phone with the a guy that I'll never do business with again as far as trades. And I'm gonna talk to him about. I don't do it like that. We negotiating the trade on the phone because he called because he don't want to go back and forth on the computer. So he called me, and JC the bitch. We on the phone. We talking. We going back and forth negotiating. He says, "Hold on." Call somebody else, put him in on three-way, and start asking them right while I'm on the phone for advice about whether or not he should take this
Oh
trade.
wow.
oh, oh,
And I sat there and listened to him take bad advice. And I said, you know what? I said, you know what, Jimmy, I'm out. I'm out. Don't go ahead and take that advice. Do what he told. Because I can tell by the way this conversation is going. You're looking at me as a competitor, so you won't take mine. You're gonna take his advice because he's not in the league, and I'm telling you he's giving you bad advice. But I know you're gonna take it, so I'm out.
Mm.
I don't. You know what? I'm gonna sit pat, and I'm gonna stick
Right.
with where I'm at. Right. And sure enough, the guy told him his receivers was trash. He needed a receiver. This dude he got trash for quarterbacks. Trash his receivers ain't great, but it's the best unit he got. He got
Right.
one tight end. He got trash for quarterback, trash for running back, and he got some fairly decent receivers. And I was trying to get a receiver out of him for a pick. I was going to give him a tight end and a quarterback that's worth having. Actually, I was going to give him a tight end and a running back that's worth having because I needed a quarterback.
Right.
I was going to give him a tight end and a running back, a good one, for one of his receivers and his pick. And it was a fair trade. It was a good trade. This guy talked him into saying, "No, what you need to do is stay where you at and get the receiver." So he stayed where he was and got Marvin Harrison Jr. So he still got trash for tight end, trash for running backs, and trash for his actually his quarterback. He got Lamar, so he got one good quarterback.
Okay.
Yeah,
And he
man.
only got two quarterbacks. He got one good one. He got trash for running backs and trash for tight end. Only got one tight end. I'll pick up a tight end. How you gonna pick up a tight end in this league? Who are you about to
Right.
pick up? These niggas
Right.
don't, these niggas don't leave scraps on the table, bro.
Hell no.
Wow.
They don't, but okay. All right, go for it. Go for
Hmm.
I told my dog, you looking at the wrong mother, looking at the wrong person if you think you're gonna eat off of me.
it. But yeah, it was. It was. I ended up getting Michael Penix Jr.
Yeah, I was gonna pick him up if you didn't. I was waiting for you. I was like, please don't grab him. Please don't grab him.
Oh, I had to get a QB, and he was the last one left. And I'm sure he was left because everybody look at him as a future project, and that's fine. I do too, but you never know what's going to happen. And B, I'll take it. I need a
Right.
future. I needed. I was desperate enough to take a future project if that's what it was going to be. What I didn't want to do is not have not get a QB.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now there is another league. It's called PHUCK. Puckett, why not?
Got you.
Puckett, why not? That's what it's called. Are either one of y'all in that league? That's
No.
league too. Okay, so that draft was Sunday. Unfortunately, I had some medical stuff I had to pay. I had to lend my time to. I had some obligations to make, and I missed the draft. And in that league, I'm quarterback heavy as it is. Every year, I'm trading quarterbacks for something to fill a spot. And I was able to make some great trades ahead of the draft. I got myself up into the 6th and 7th pick,
Oh wow.
and I missed the draft. So I ended up drafting people that I didn't plan on drafting.
Man.
Oh.
The guy that I wanted Blake Corum because I'm a little running back soft in that league and quarterback heavy. I wanted Blake Corum, and I didn't get him because I picked J.J. McCarthy and somebody else. I forgot who I got with the 7th pick, and then with the 8th pick, Johnny the Mechanic grabbed Blake Corum.
Damn.
Man.
So yeah, but you know he's quarterback light and running back heavy, so I offered him a swap on that pick to give me JJ for Blake. I mean, give me Blake for JJ just straight up because that's what should have happened in the draft anyway. That's what would have happened had I been there.
Right.
He has not gotten back to me, and I'm not rushing it because we've got time.
Mm-hmm.
You know that, and Acorn is coming after JJ as well, so he offered me a running back. So I got a few more. I got a few more offers for JJ McCarthy than I expected to get, and I'm gonna sit tight because I know the one I want, and until I have a no on that one, I can't entertain the others.
Right.
Okay. I know in Dynasty, last season I was struggling at running back. And this year, I don't know what happened during this offseason. Somehow I managed to end up picking up DeAndre Swift and Austin Eckler.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Somebody slipping on that. How did that happen?
I have no idea. I know Austin Eckler, I believe I got from Johnny the Mechanic.
Oh yeah, that was in a trade.
Yep. And he got my not a draft pick, but Aaron Rodgers and a draft pick. And I got Austin Eckler and a couple picks.
Yeah. I saw that. So you got him by trade, or I thought you meant you picked him up in free agent.
No, I got it by trade.
I'm like, how do they sit? Oh, okay. I was like, how were they sitting out there? Okay, but that makes sense. You got them by trade, but that's the name of the game, though. That's
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you got to fill it by trade. You gotta know where you're strong and where somebody else is weak. And right now, me and Johnny the Mechanic are actually a perfect fit for a trade, but he's scared to trade with me because he don't want to lose the trade. And Acorn loves to trade with me, and I like to trade with Acorn because we normally have some mutually beneficial trades. But right now, he's the defending champion, and I'm not sure if I want to trade with him because right
Right.
now he just made another good trade with somebody else, and I got to look at his team and make sure I'm not making him too strong.
Right.
Yeah.
But I have a but more than that, I actually like his offer, and I'm the only reason I'm sitting on it is because I got a couple other offers in the fire that I would prefer to have. So if either one of those say yes, I'm taking them. But if both of those say no, then I'm a roll with Acorn.
Hmm.
I'm letting it be known. My first choice is the Blake.
Right.
And he knows it. Acorn know it. Johnny know it. So it ain't no secret. That's who I would have picked if I would have been there. That would have been my first pick if I would have been there instead of JJ. So it was just wrong. It would just right my wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It would right my wrong if I could just make that swap. And it's actually mutual beneficial to me and Johnny. He needs a quarterback more than a running back, and vice versa.
Right.
It would make sense, but I also understand that he lost a few trades to me in the past, and he don't want to lose one. He's cautious. It's a cautionary tale. Let's see here. NBA playoffs are underway.
Yes.
Yes, they are. Second round.
Mm.
To me, only two series have mattered so far. Minnesota is wiping the floor with Denver.
Man. Beat them by 26 last night.
Wow.
That defense
Ant
was intense. Just intense defense.
Man is going crazy.
Ant-Man is going crazy, and they are doing something. See, last year they gave Denver a good series.
Yeah.
Denver is the defending champion, by the way. But
Mm-hmm.
they gave them a tough series last season. This season they're a little different because we've been there now. We feel
Mm-hmm.
a lot more confident, got a little bit more experience under our belt, and they did something last night that I hadn't seen anyone do to Jokic yet, and it worked.
Yeah.
They threw bodies at him left and right. There was constantly a big body banging against Jokic, and he did not. He couldn't get into his rhythm. He could
No.
not get into a rhythm, and without him getting into a rhythm,
Everything
They were
else.
all discombobulated.
it just fell apart, man. It just fell apart without him. I was like, wow. Minnesota was giving it to him. I know. I was like, I bet Big Ed coming on himself.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Hey, I was going crazy. I was going crazy. Wasn't doing that, but I was going crazy.
Yeah.
Pause.
Oh shit. Speaking of pause,
Somebody's
speaking of
shooting.
pause, can we pause real quick?
Somebody
Yeah.
else start shooting. All right, and there's one other game that's mattering right now. One other series that's mattering to me, and they both have their reasons. One is because Minnesota is kicking Denver's ass, and that's just exciting to me. That's news. Um, the other is New York is cheating their ass off.
Hey, but Jalen Brunson's going off.
Jalen Brunson is a baller, but they are cheating for New York. They are trying to get them to the finals. They cheated in the last series. They took 2 games. They stole 2 games in the last series with blatant bad calls, and then they admit them after the game. Well, we did our 2-minute report. We missed that call. Man,
Yeah.
everybody saw that you missed that call.
Right.
And then last night against Indiana, well, it was last night they played, right?
Yep.
Against Indiana, it's fourth quarter. The game is tight. First of all, Indiana did some fantastic plays leading up to it. I saw somebody do the Kobe between the legs dunk in a playoff game. In game, not just in game, but in a playoff game. Boom, between the legs and bam! I was like, it was nasty. But there was a play coming down, and Jalen Brunson lost his dribble, and it hit the hand of a player on Indiana, and they said he kicked it. It hit his hand. He slapped at it. He hit his hand, and they said it hit his foot, and they called kickball.
Damn.
Now there's seconds left in the game,
Right.
and Indiana's up by 2. Right. So they call it kickball. They get to take the ball out with a new clock. Boom, boom, kill a little clock. Boom, throw it to old boy in the corner. Boom, 3. Bam, we up 1.
Yep.
On top of that, Indiana's coming back down. A boy step up, give him a screen. The guy took the screen, flopped. Oh, boom, oh, all over the floor. Oh, I'm dying. My neck, my back, my neck and my back. And they call offensive foul, moving screen.
Wow.
Damn.
And that's how New York won that game.
Wow.
Damn.
Screwed them on both sides of the court. To
That's crazy.
get New York. They are trying to get New York into the finals.
Mm.
But New York ain't gonna get past the Celtics.
They are trying to get New York. If they calling them games like this, they are. They trying to get them into the finals, or at least into the conference finals. Because it's been blatant calls. 2 second series in a row, just blatant.
Mm.
Damn.
And I don't like it. And I'm gonna call the league office. I'm gonna voice my opinion. Because that's what I do. Okay. So that's that's not all for basketball. One more basketball story I got. But there's the other 2 games until I see them. I don't really care about the other 2. Those two series are interesting to me. But Charles Barkley made an appearance on Club Shay Shay.
Oh wow. I bet that was fun.
And I listened to that over the weekend, and I'm going to tell you, people are messy. People like drama. People like the BS. And so this is not going to get the attention that the Cat Williams interview got.
Right.
Right.
Cat Williams interview got the attention not because it was a great interview, which it was a really good interview. If you look past the BS and get to the real, that he was talking about how he came up, how he was homeless, how he just came out, all of that. It was very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But what drew the audience was the shit he talked about other people.
Right.
Barkley ain't do all of that. So it's not going to get all of that attention. But this is the best interview I've heard in a long time.
Yeah.
It was Barkley is a great interview because he's very honest. He's just frank. He's not sugarcoating it. He's not BSing you. It's a very, very good and interesting conversation. If Barkley is great to listen to in this interview. So you don't want to miss it. You do want to check it out. And he's got his moments. Of course, with Shannon and Barkley there, you're gonna have a few laughs. But he wasn't there to crack jokes.
Right.
He was there to kick some real stuff, and he did. And so I'd say props to Barkley, and that was a great interview for Shay Shay. You got to check that out when you get a chance.
Okay.
All right. I look
You know
forward
what?
to it.
About that Cat Williams interview. You know what the most intriguing fact to me was in that thing that Cat said? Beyond all the bullshit,
What's that?
by the age of 13, he had read over 5,000 books.
Mm-hmm.
That was heavy, right?
Yeah.
That one right there.
I don't know if he exaggerated the number, but it is certified. Everybody talks about how smart this dude is.
Yeah.
So he
And
does.
the only way
read a
you
lot.
get that smart is by
He
reading.
definitely read a lot of books. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if he exaggerated that number, but he certainly had read a lot of books.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you read 5,000 books, if you're actually counting them.
I know I
Right.
for sure have not read 5,000 books, and that's including comic books.
When were you counting? Okay, there's 4,364.
Right.
There was a year and a half that I did spend outside of society that I did read, I'd say about 100 books.
But like you said, I read about 100 books. You didn't actually count. This is book number 72.
Yeah.
You weren't actually counting those books. There's no exact number. So for him to say 5,000 books, again, he may have been
Right.
exaggerating a little bit. It was probably more like, I read about 5,000 books.
Lifetime, maybe.
Right.
Not at 13.
But it was a very good interview. But the Charles Barkley one is I'm telling you, it is worth your while. It's worth the time it's going to take.
I'm check that out.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, it's worthy. It's worthy. Oh, got something else for y'all to not miss. I don't
What's
know
that?
if y'all saw it or not though. Have you seen the roast of Tom Brady on Netflix?
Oh yeah.
Not yet.
Oh man.
You want to see that?
It was.
It was good.
If it would have been on Comedy Central, it would have been canceled.
Oh yeah, it's not for that.
Everybody on that stage would be canceled.
There was definitely an agreement made with Netflix to know what's coming.
Yeah.
They had to let them know that this was coming and get some type of agreement going that everybody here is cool with what we're about to do here. So let it slide.
Mhm.
They
Man.
Yo, they reminded the world what a roast is.
You know
That's
what?
all I've heard about it.
You know what? You left Bill Belichick high and dry. So you fucked him. You know who else fucks coaches? Giselle.
Oh.
Yeah, they went there. They went there. And I tell you, it's gonna leave you with a burning question. Before it's over, you're gonna have one burning question that you're gonna be asking yourself, and you're going to feel like you already know the answer. But why didn't I hear this before? And why has no one else said this before? But you're gonna be wondering, is Julian Edelman gay?
Oh wow.
Huh.
You're gonna be asking yourself.
No, I never even considered that.
You're gonna be asking yourself that after you watch this, and when you watch it, you're gonna know. You're gonna get it. You're gonna understand why.
Oh wow.
Everybody
I'm gonna
called
have
him
to watch
gay
it
all
again.
night. Everybody called him gay all night, including himself.
Oh wow.
Everybody made gay jokes about Julian Edelman, including Julian Edelman.
Oh wow.
That tells me that the culture knows something that we don't know.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what it told me. So it's gonna make you wonder that. It's gonna make you wonder that. But it was overall, it was fantastic. It was well done. Um, yeah, there's some people that didn't. Nobody fell flat on their face. Nobody fell flat, but there were some standouts
Yeah.
because this white chick came up there and turned the place out. This white chick came
That was
up.
probably Nikki Glazer.
Nikki Glazer came up there and turned the joint out.
Yeah, she's actually done a few other roles too.
She came
She's
up
good.
there and turned the joint out. But there were some other standouts. She wasn't alone. There were other standouts. There were some other ones. So it's worth watching. I don't want to give too much away. Big Ed is sitting at the end. He's biting his tongue, and I keep cutting him off every time I see him about to tell another joke. I'm
Right,
trying not to
like,
get
hold
him to
on.
spoil
I
it
still
for you.
haven't seen it. Hold on.
I'm trying not to let him spoil it for you. So that's why I keep cutting him off before he can say too much. So I don't, but I'm just going to say, like the Barkley interview, check this out.
It's a must watch.
That's my two off-season requests I'm making to you. You want to see these two?
Okay.
Yeah, the growth of Tom Brady was worth it. It was very funny. It was Kevin Hart set the tone right away.
Man,
Kevin
and
Hart
he
was
drunk.
by the end of it. Yeah, he did get drunk. But Kevin Hart did not, to me, wasn't overly funny. He was okay, but he set the tone.
Yeah.
He immediately let you know this ain't what you about to get. So
Why did y'all ask me to do this?
if you thought this was made for TV, or you thought this was going to be some soft penny wipe stuff, here you go. This is it. This is what you about to get. And so there was that took the element of surprise away from the rest of the night of all of the brutal jokes that he was dropping.
Man, they was brutal.
They was brutal.
Bill even went in.
They went in. So yeah, it's some other surprises other than the fact that he just gave away the Bill Belichick surprise. There's other surprises that I won't let him give away for you. Shut up, Big Ed. Stop.
Okay.
He wants to give away the surprises, the twists to the game. And you don't give away the twists. The things that were
I knew Bill was
weren't
in it.
expected.
I knew Bill Belichick was in it.
Okay. Did you know, Ace?
No, I didn't.
I
said, I haven't been paying any attention. I heard about it. I heard that it was probably one of the best roasts that there's been in a very long time. I was like, I don't want to be spoiled. I'm staying away from it on TikTok, everything. I'm going to wait and watch.
Yeah. Check it out. I'm going to stop talking about it because Big Ed don't know how to control himself. He out of control. He gonna spoil the whole thing for you. He got to tell the jokes and tell you who said what and who. Hey, I mentioned Nikki Glazer like he know who Nikki Glazer is. You mentioned Bill Belichick.
I didn't even know who the hell she is. So I'm still gonna be getting an element of surprise with this one.
She lights it up. I didn't know who she was either. That's why I just said.
I know who she is. She's pretty funny.
I know who Jay Glazer is, but I don't know Nikki.
Yeah, I know who Jay Glazer is, but no, I said the white girl, the white chick, and he said her name. So I didn't know who she was either. But she lit that joint up though.
Yeah, I know who she is. I've seen her before. So
you can't speak on this topic no more, sir.
I'm just saying I've seen her before, so I know who she is. That's why I know who you were talking about.
I'm gonna mute your ass. I'm gonna mute your ass. I want to recap something. I want to bring something up that we talked about recently.
Okay.
Recently, on the last episode of the Waves Verse, we talked about musical rivalries. Rivalries. And I had a lot to say about the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. And after the show, I took another listen to 616, and I watched the reaction video of 616. Before I watched the reaction video, I had already changed my mind. I was like, okay, this was better than I remembered. And when I watched the reaction video, it was really better than I remembered. And then Drake came back with another one. And then Kendrick came back with two more, and he dropped the best one of the bunch so far with the "They Not Like Us," right?
Mm-hmm.
That "They Not Like Us" is fire. I mean, that
Mhm.
was when I heard that one, I was like, oh damn, it's over. And then Drake came back again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I for the longevity of it, I'm going to give that a lot more love than I gave it before. Not so much because I believe that the content is so great in comparison to other beefs, but most beefs is one or two songs and it's over.
Hmm.
Right? It's six
It's
songs between
usually somebody drop a knockout, and maybe that's because of the way they do it. The old knockout blow came because they came a lot harder and a lot more direct than these guys are coming. But it was normally over after one to two. You know,
right.
three songs probably max. I mean, Kumo D was smashing Cool J, and everybody was going there, but he wasn't responding. Right? Kumo D did "How You Like Me Now." That was, I don't know if y'all know that "How You Like Me Now" was a
Yep.
disc, was a Cool J disc, right? So he was doing a whole bunch of them, and everybody was jumping on. And Cool J made one song
Hmm.
and shut that shit down. They was coming at Ice Cube. Ice Cube made one song.
Yep.
It was over. Never had to say another word.
Hmm.
Nas dropped Ether. It was over. Never had to say another word. So there wasn't that here. There was a lot of content, right? So this was a lot of content. I mean,
And it came right after another.
they
You
well,
didn't have to wait.
you had to wait for Kendrick's first one, but once
Yeah.
Kendrick started, he didn't stop.
Right.
So you had two from Drake, two from Kendrick, another one from Drake, two more from Kendrick, another one from Drake. Yeah, that's a lot of content.
I think Drake actually got Kendrick in this last one though.
I thought it was an interesting take. I thought it was
Yeah.
a very interesting take and a very underrated take. Um, Basically, I'm kicking facts, and you watching TikTok videos, bro. I set you up. I made all this shit up for you to go say, and you went and said it. You didn't investigate, see if it was true. You just putting it out there. I put it out there for you though,
Right.
and then went to maybe this is you so caught up in this pedophile stuff because you're a victim.
Yep.
Wee!
Man, that's what man.
Ouch!
I think Drake I think Drake got him in this one.
I was like, damn, that was a shot. And the way
Yeah.
he did it, like I'm feeling sympathetic for you. I was like, whoa, that's stronger than I was getting credit for.
Yeah.
That is a little stronger than it's getting credit for. I'm curious, but it's as I did say though, you can tell that the culture is rooting for Kendrick.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Culture, quote unquote culture, is rooting for Kendrick. And you can also tell that this is LeBron Jordan. Those that are voting LeBron, there's nothing you can say to change their mind. Those that are voting Jordan, there's nothing you
Hmm.
can say to change their mind. So
Right.
that's pretty much where to go. There's nothing Drake can do to make Kendrick fans say, I'm going Drake won. And there's nothing Kendrick can do is say that's going to make Drake fans say Kendrick won. It's
And
just
see that's what's weird about this.
yeah.
I'm a Kendrick fan, but I just said Drake just punched the shit out of him. Excuse my language. Sorry.
See, I have a different perspective on it when it came to that one. I didn't take him all that serious at all in that last one. If it was that much of a setup, you would have had released something in faster than a day and a half. You would have been ready for what came next because you're the one that set it up. Why would you not be ready?
I don't think he wasn't ready. I mean, a day and a half. I don't know if you've ever recorded a song,
Yeah,
but a
bro,
day and a half is not a lot of time to make a
bro,
song.
Hey, it didn't take
bro,
him that long for the other songs. Why all of a
bro.
sudden now?
What songs?
I
Jake,
got
what
songs.
songs? What? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold up! What songs?
When Drake was going back to back.
Drake didn't go back to back. Drake's first song came well after Kendrick dropped because it came after J. Cole's. J. Cole dropped before Drake did. So he
Yep.
took some time before he made his first one. And then there was a couple days passed before he made the second one because the second one was basically saying, it's been all this time passing, where you at? I've been waiting, we waiting for you. So that he didn't really come. And then Kendrick dropped two, right? He dropped two
Yep.
616, and so he had already dropped two before Drake dropped his next one. Drake dropped one more after 616. What, the next day after, the day after 616, or 2
Yep.
days after
The
later?
day after.
So it was the day after, whereas 616 was the second one. It was 2 days after the first one.
Yeah,
Right?
bro.
So
It takes a
no,
minute.
that ain't that long. That ain't that a day. That ain't that long of a time.
I don't know.
Hell
I
no.
personally, the way I was
That's
looking
fast
at it
as
is
hell.
it just doesn't. Hey, to me, the way it played out, I just didn't take him serious. I took that more of a, all right, I'm done with this type situation. Not even a full, just like where everybody says, and now I'm starting to come around to the idea that Meet the Grams is a diss track, but I didn't look at it. It was more like a, hey, I'm gonna apologize to the rest of y'all while I do this to your kid type situation. But
I didn't like the gram, and
I
I, and
didn't either.
I hate that the culture likes it so much.
I
It
didn't
makes
like you
me
brought the
not
kids
like.
into it.
It makes me continue to put quotes up around the culture because y'all some kids. That's you don't mess with people's kids.
No,
That's all. That was, to me, was off limit. Keep his kids out of it.
right? That's why Ja Rule got murdered by Eminem.
You know, I didn't think. I mean, yes, Pusha T Pusha T done did that already.
mhm.
So first of all, it's already from top off the top is copycat. And the second part of it is one of the kids you're talking about. Drake even posted himself with a picture of the fake kid. This ain't even my kid. This is a fake
Right,
story I fed you.
right.
I fed you a fake story. This is not. I don't have a daughter, dumbass. so, so that's funny. That to me was funny. That's like petty, beyond petty. Like, I'm
Yeah,
gonna set you up to say some shit because I see what you're doing. So I'm gonna show people what you're doing by setting you up. I thought it was brilliant. I
it
thought it was
was.
brilliant, and that's what he brings up in that last one. Like, I faked you out, dude. This ain't my daughter. ain't got no
Right.
daughter.
Either way, I don't think this is over yet.
I ain't
Especially
got
now
no
that Drake's
daughter.
crib got shot up earlier today.
Yes, it did. Drake's crib got shot. It was a shooting at
And there's
Drake's
one
crib.
of the security guards got shot.
Yeah. But if you listen to TikTok, there's claiming it's the weekend's people. I'm like, I didn't realize,
Either way, ref beef spilling over to the real
yeah,
life.
Yeah, I didn't think.
I'm hoping it has nothing to do with the rap beef at all.
right.
Me too. Me too.
Because if it does, then they need to go ahead and shut it down.
Yep.
Yeah,
If it
absolutely.
does, then it's over. I don't want to
In
hear
this day and age, it's the fans you have to worry about, not the crews.
that too. You are correct. That you are correct. That's always been though. You don't think Tupac fans was trying to kick Puffy ass?
Yeah, but everybody's fans want to kick Puffy's ass.
I'm talking about back when Pac and Biggie was beefing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a. You wasn't going. You couldn't go to Cali. Why you can't go to Cali?
Mm-hmm.
We after you. Everybody in Cali want a piece of you. You and Big.
Yep.
And when y'all California niggas come out to New York, they were gonna have something to deal with. Remember Snoop Dogg's video got shot up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know it's that's been the truth. The fans get involved. the fans are involved.
Yeah,
Hmm.
You know that's
they take
that
the person.
they do, and I mean it's I don't know. It's I hope that had nothing to do with it.
Right.
Um, but I think the battle with the amount of content that's been in it, I have to retract my statement and say that it does make my honorable mention.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
not on my Mount Rushmore still, but it does definitely make my honorable mention because um, there's a lot of content here, and as time goes by, it might pick up even more steam. I might like it more looking
Hmm.
back on it. You know, I might appreciate it more looking back on it. I've heard it brought up on television on national TV twice,
yep,
uh, yesterday and today.
Yeah. It's even getting into the wrestling world.
Yeah, so everybody's talking about the Drake brief. Oh, they talked about it on the roast. I think somebody mentioned it. So it comes up. You know, that's it's out there.
Yeah.
So that's it. Who's winning it? So wait, Big Ed, you saying Drake so far is up,
yeah. I'm gonna say Drake's up.
and Ways you say Kendrick so far is up.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the typical Drake fan approach. I'm gonna do the numbers don't lie.
See, to me, it's not the amount of punches you landed. It's the ones that's done the damage. And Drake's hit more of the ones that's done the damage.
Except for Drake's videos and Drake's songs are getting more dislikes than likes.
Yeah, but like I said, the culture is rooting for Kendrick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's call it what it is. Vanilla Ice sold more records than Run DMC. Okay,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
let's be real.
That's
I mean,
true.
that's not. I don't play into that. That's never how hip hop was measured.
Right.
Hip hop was never measured by those kind of numbers. It's measured by the cult. It's measured. It's the real culture. It's measured by the streets. You know, it's the fan decide who won. You know, let's hear it. Was it B Rabbit? Who got
Right.
who y'all got?
Yeah.
Right.
Lotto. Let's hear for Lotto. Oh, that's good. That's pretty tough. What about B Rabbit? Right? I mean, that's what hip hop has always been. It's judged by the crowd. So
Yeah. Now,
um,
I'm saying Drake's winning.
I don't I'm not I'm going to I don't know, man. It's a tough call right now for me. It's a very tough call because I really thought after they not like us, it was over. I called it over. I said that's it, and I thought Drake was winning up to that point, but after that joint, I said done. And then Drake came back with one that made me say,
Hmm. This make you go, hmm.
this is an interesting track. I mean, it's a very when you really dig and listen to it, and you don't even have to. It's not as cryptic as he's not as cryptic as Kendrick, so I can
No.
understand Drake better because there's not. I don't have to watch a 20-minute video to understand him. He's a little less. He's less cryptic than Kendrick, but they're both kind of indirect. Um, but man, I thought that last one was very underrated. It was it's a very underrated track.
Yeah.
Very interesting shit he says there. But
Yeah.
so I don't know. Right now,
Very interesting
that's a
story
toss-up.
he put together.
It's a toss up to me right now. I had Drake up, and right now I'm calling it a tie. I think they need a tiebreaker.
Mhm.
They
Okay.
need a tiebreaker round. They need a rubber match.
Okay.
But now gunshots can ring out.
Yeah.
Changes things. That changes how
Yeah.
I look at this whole thing. So hopefully that's not related.
Why don't they have an actual battle rap? That would be the greatest. Hosted by Versus. Not a versus battle, a battle rap. Freestyle.
Oh,
That would
I
be
think Kendrick might kill him freestyle.
that would be interesting. That would really be interesting. I would really like to see that.
Drake without his ghostwriters? Yeah.
But I don't know. Kendrick got ghostwriters too. But they so ghost you don't know it. But he got them too. All of them do. That's how it is. They
I
lead
ain't
you
gonna
to
I
believe,
ain't gonna lie. I wrote a
they
couple
lead you
bars
to
for it.
yeah, they lead you to believe they writing everything, but he got ghostwriters just like Drake. And Drake write a lot of his own stuff just like Kendrick. He ain't get out there with just ghostwriters. He got out there because he
Right.
I mean, there's been people say they was in with Drake when he wrote this or when he wrote that. So Drake writes too,
Hmm.
and somebody put out. The reason I say that is because I was watching some guys in the comment go back and forth about it, and he was talking. He used that cliched little argument. Dejan used it. Everybody, oh, he using ghost writers, right? Just because he was man enough to say he do it, he has, and Kendrick write all his own stuff, and somebody posted credit, and somebody posted the credits. Look, here's Kendrick and his writers. Shut up.
Right.
And he really shut that one down. That was the end of that thread. They
Mhm.
stopped coming back. You can't. What you gonna say now?
Right.
Yes, Kendrick was one of the writers. Kendrick was listed as one of the writers. His name was at the top, just like and he posted both of them. To be fair, he posted Aubrey Graham and some other writers, and Kendrick Lamar and some other writers. So they both using ghostwriters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole point of a ghostwriter. Is you're not supposed to know. You're not supposed.
Right.
Kendrick does it better, but
Yeah.
he does it anyway. It would still be interesting to see them actually go head up, face to face.
Yeah, I think it's at that point where it's either it's a face to face rap battle or step into a ring and settle it with your fist.
So somebody posted a video of the rap battles, ones of the real rap battles where they
Right.
don't be having the music, they just be saying stuff, right? And they were using clips and putting it with Kendrick's first this song that he came back with, showing that Kendrick was stealing some lines from these rap battles.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and then and putting that, what y'all got to say now? Yeah, this y'all guy. What's up with this? He's supposed to be the great writer. Where the culture at on this one? How come y'all ain't calling him out? he biting. He not biting from other songs. He biting from these guys out here. I watch these videos,
Right.
and it was it was legit. It was legit, but it was only like 3-4 lines that was stolen that he had that they posted in
Right.
there that he had
It's not like he pulled a
got.
Jay Z and pulled all of Biggie's catalog out.
Right.
Damn. Damn. He said, "Yo, do you got the box with the lyrics and all?"
Yeah. Yeah. Get the list.
Let me get them notebooks.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find me a good song and just rewrite shit. Anyway,
I'm gonna say it this way.
I'm gonna throw a squirrel in there where you say girl. Uh anyway, man. What else? What else is there? There's draft grades.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we don't have time to do the whole draft. We'll do the teams that matter.
Yes.
First up, let's go ahead and get it out the way. Chicago Bears.
Hmm.
I give him a B.
Ooh, a B. Wait.
Yeah, I'll give them a B plus. They didn't address some areas, but I think they did good.
I'm gonna give him an A minus. I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna one up you just a tad. I liked the Caleb Williams pick, and I liked that they got him a receiver, a quality receiver that first pick. Even though I feel like their room is thick already, but they got a young gun that there with him for the long haul. And while a couple of those guys that, you know, are going to be expendable in the next coming year,
Yeah.
couple years, right? Keenan Allen and had some injury problems, been around for a while.
Yeah.
We don't know how much longer he's going to have, how much productive he's going to be. He's the kind of guy that we can end up moving in a year or two,
Yeah.
you know. And but we got one with staying power.
Right.
And they did. They yes, they addressed it late, but they did add some depth to the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yep.
I thought they could have went early. I thought they would go 9 offensive line and go a later pick with receiver um, because the receiver is easier to get later.
Yeah. Their receiver was deep this year.
Yeah, yeah. So I thought they would do that, but I'm okay with how they approached it. I'm okay with it. So
Yeah.
I give it A minus. The
Okay.
Minnesota Vikings.
Mm.
Wait,
I'm gonna go with a. I'll give him a B. You know, we addressed areas we needed to address. Nothing real terribly special. We got extremely lucky with Dallas Turner. We got the quarterback that I personally wanted, so I'm happy. And then the rest of the draft, we just covered and filled in a little bit here and there. Let's see what we get out of them.
I'm actually going to give them an A minus. They got a quarterback they needed. They replaced Kirk Cousins. They replaced Daniil Hunter. They got a corner that they needed to go with Murphy. They got offensive lineman, 2 offensive linemen, and another defensive lineman because they got rid of Davenport.
Oh yeah.
So they filled all of their holes.
yeah, it's good to get out and fill some holes, man. Whoo! But seriously, folks, um, I'm with you, Big Ed. I'm giving them an A minus. I I borderline give them an A, but I'm gonna go A minus with you on that one. I thought it was brilliant that they held out and only had to move up one spot and pay a much smaller price for JJ McCarthy
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
everybody anticipated. Much smaller price than the three of us anticipated, much smaller price than the mass media anticipated. They didn't have to jump to top 5. They didn't have to give up both picks. They moved up one spot and still kept that second first round pick that they had in their pocket. Was able to
And was able to move up with that one.
was able to move up with that. So I thought that was very well done. I was surprised they was able to get Dallas Turner. Great pick.
Hmm.
Just those 2 picks alone for me, and how the JJ McCarthy pick was executed, and the fact that they were still able to get Dallas Turner to me was just worthy of higher than a B grade. Put
Yeah.
it
Hmm.
um, how JJ turns out is going to make a big difference on how we grade this in the coming years. You know,
Right.
when you look back on it. But I mean, if everybody's right, I mean that was a great. JJ was a great pickup at 10.
Yeah.
Very well done. Very well done. So, uh, yeah, kudos. A minus for both of them. The NFC North is going to be a beast.
Yes, it
Hmm.
is.
Detroit Lions. I'll go first on this one. I too am going to give. I'm going to give them a B. I'm going to give them a B plus. A B. They needed cornerbacks. They jumped and they got Terry and Arnold, which I really thought there was no shot they were getting even. They were even going to be able to sniff that dude. I thought he was top 15 for sure. So to get him at 24 which they jumped from 29 to get. They jumped again to get a second cornerback, Rickenshaw, and then they addressed the offensive line and running back. We got a backup running back. So they were methodically said, we don't have a lot of holes to fill.
What running back did they get?
Um, his last name starts with a V. Vidal, or something like that. What the hell is that boy name? I find it.
Because what I'm looking at, they got 2 corners, a tackle, a safety, a defensive lineman, and a guard.
No, they got a running back too.
Hmm.
They did get a running back. They definitely got a running back. And they got that big dude from Canada, which I'm curious about.
The tackle.
Yeah.
Giovanni Manu.
Giovanni Manu. Yeah, it's a big dude, man.
Oh man, them. Oh, him on that line with what's his name?
Penei Sewell.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, they really did. What they said was, we don't have a whole lot of holes, so let's get stronger where we're at. First of all, we did have a hole in secondary. We going hard at cornerback.
Yeah.
Then we just need to backfill. Big backfield. Build the depth chart.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I thought that was pretty. I thought they did a pretty good job with that.
Yeah.
But Big Ed, you chimed in, or you said you're looking at the draft picks. Go ahead. What's your?
I'm gonna give them a B plus.
Oh, okay.
They did good with it with their defensive backfield, addressing all 3 spots. So
I'm gonna give them a B plus as well. Getting those corners was the big deal, and that was that they accomplished it was mission successful. So, and then Manu, I have a feeling is going to be probably the scariest pick they've made in a while, and they have Jahmyr Gibbs, so that's saying a lot.
Okay. I hear you. I tend to agree. I'm looking for something here. The other team, one more team we go with. Who we gonna do with Pittsburgh? No, how about those San Francisco 49ers?
Oh my, Pittsburgh, ew.
How about those San Francisco 49ers?
8 picks. They did pretty good.
I'm feeling left out. Let me look at this.
I'm gonna go. I've got to be honest. I'm giving them a C. I think they did address wide receiver. They got a receiver first. I don't know enough about any of their picks to grade it any higher than a C. I know that they got positions needed, but I don't know if they got the right guys. It's a matter of time. I just got to see it. They know what they're looking for more. They're the kind of team that are looking in players that we're not, and find it in players you don't really know who they are, and they make a name for themselves in the pros because they're put in a position to really, where their strengths are exemplified, and that's why we picked him.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm giving. I really want to give it an incomplete, but I'm going to give it a C. I'm going to give him a grade, and I'm going to say a C.
I'll give them a solid B. They added a lot of depth to a lot of positions. And didn't you guys lose Armstead?
I don't know.
I believe you guys did lose Armstead.
Yeah.
So you guys got a tackle to fill his spot. We'll see if he's able to start at tackle. But you guys put a lot of depth behind a lot of positions. You got 2 receivers, a corner, a safety. You added some depth at running back and linebacker. So I'll give him a solid B.
Siani Vaki. Pick number 132, fourth round, out of Utah.
Oh, what the list I looked at said he was a safety.
No, he's a running back.
Okay.
Uh, so if I'm not mistaken, he played his first 2 years in college as a safety. He was
Oh, okay.
he was a high school running back, and he played his first 2 years as a safety, and then they put him back at his natural position of running back, and that's where he excelled because that's really what he did. But
Okay.
round four, pick 132, running back Siani Vaki out of Utah.
Yeah, that they had him listed as a safety. So
Yeah, no, not.
Okay. I will give the 49ers. I will give them a. It's hard. It's really hard because it really depends on what they plan on doing between Ayuk and Debo because it does not look like they're keeping both. And if that's the case and that's something they were aware of going into the draft, they missed out on an opportunity to make some deals, move up further in the draft and address that possible issue or the issue
they
you
did.
now know you're going to have. They didn't move up far enough. They
They
had
didn't
plenty
need to
of
move up. They
options.
picked Pearsall.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to be good
Hey,
enough.
that boy can catch. I
Yeah,
don't care what you say. That boy can catch.
I think they could have done something better to better address that, knowing that they're not going to walk
Okay.
away with either Ayuk or Debo, or walk away with both Ayuk and Debo.
I don't know.
So,
I'm pleased with that pick.
Come on, man. He
Yeah.
didn't interrupt you. Keep going.
right,
Sorry.
don't get me wrong, he's a good like slot, but you're still going to need a number two, and that's where their issue is going to be because they have a number one in either Debo or Ayuk. They need a number two, and that pick is a slot. I'm sorry, slot at best.
We'll see, because one thing we do know, he might choke in the Super Bowl, but Shanahan knows how to run an offense.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to call some plays, and when he picks offensive players, I'm not overly familiar with. The first thing I think is there's something he sees in this guy that fits in his offense, and I wonder what he's going to do with him. Because it's not always about the player; it's about what he does with that player, and that may show his strengths. And you want to exploit his strengths and minimize his weaknesses.
Yeah.
So whatever he's good at is what we're going to have him doing, and he's really good at putting together that kind of offense to make sure that this guy fits what we do because he does this. So let's exploit that. Let's do that.
Yeah.
And
And I think they keep Debo over Ayuk.
and I think they're gonna move Debo.
I think they'll move Debo as well. He has not been as productive as Ayuk in really important situations.
It's gonna be. I don't want them to lose either one. Needless
Yeah,
to say. But somebody's gone, and I get the feeling they're gonna move Debo. Lately, at first I thought Ayuk was out.
Yeah.
Starting to feel like they're gonna move Debo and go with Ayuk.
and they could get more capital out of Debo than they can get out of Ayuk.
Yeah, 'cause Debo is more and Debo's style of play is more apt to injury.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get rid of Ayuk and put more of a load on Debo, and now he's really apt to injury. I'm really putting him more at risk getting rid of Ayuk. So I'd rather let somebody else take that risk. Yes, it's a huge reward, but it's less risk with Ayuk because he's a traditional receiver, more
Yeah.
traditional receiver.
I'm okay with the moving Debo as long as it's not to Baltimore. Last thing we
I'm
need is
not
Debo
okay.
in that system.
Yeah, that's true. That'd be
We don't need him over there.
Oh man,
I
him with
can't think
Derrick Henry and
I
Lamar.
can't think of a team I would like to see him play for other than Detroit. If he goes to Detroit, I'd be okay with it. Other than that, I'm not feeling it. I don't want him nowhere. I don't want Debo to wear another. I want him nowhere but in Frisco, baby.
Right?
Yeah, so it bothers me, damn it. But that said, ladies and gentlemen, that's our show. I want to thank you for joining us. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm the original gangster. I'm your boy LG Tim Wilson. I'm here with the Nasty Boys, Big Ed and Ways. That's another episode of Off Season, and I had fun, man. I don't know about y'all, but I had a good time with it, and I hope you did too. And we're out of here like last year. Catch you next time. Peace.